I present to you porridge made from barley which was lying around from the manga Dungeon Meshi, aka Delicious in Dungeon by Ryoko Kui. I'll be making a variation of the recipe you find in the manga to show you how to make it too. To make this, I used the wok to represent Senshi's Animat pot, but you can use a medium-sized pot to cook it as well. To represent waterweed from a fishman's head, I'll be using a sheet of dried kombu. If this is your first time with dried kombu, you'll notice the white dust on it, which you'll want to keep on as it's mannitol, a tasty umami formed on the kombu. Typically, you lightly wipe down the kombu with a wet towel, but I suggest you don't to keep as much umami as possible, and nowadays dried kombu is pretty clean, except if you find mold, which you will wipe away. Cut about an inch into the dried kombu with scissors for the flavor of kombu to be brought out, then put it into the pot. The kombu will be used to make dashi, a Japanese stock base which you will use to flavor the pearl barley. Add 1000 milliliters of water into the pot. Leave the kombu soaking in the water for at least 3 hours to overnight to bring out the umami. After it's done soaking, put the pot on the stovetop, then turn it on to medium heat. Before the water boils, you'll take the kombu out of the water, then put it aside for later. Congratulations, you just made nidashi, a simmering dashi which is the base of many Japanese foods. Turn the heat up to high to boil your dashi. While it's boiling, you'll take a mesh skimmer and remove the scum which floats to the top. When the dashi is boiling, you'll add 200 grams of pearl barley to the pot. After adding the barley, you'll reduce the heat to medium-low. You will then add salt to taste, and I added about half a tablespoon. Stir the pearl barley around to let the salt mix in the dashi. You'll now cover the pot with a lid and let the barley simmer until the barley absorbs most of the dashi, at least around 30 minutes. While you're waiting for the barley to cook, you'll focus on cutting the kombu, aka waterweed. You can cut the sheet of kombu into the shape of waterweed with scissors. For decorative purposes, you could leave it as is, but as you're going to eat it, you'll cut it into bite-sized pieces. After you're done cutting the kombu, you'll focus on the surimi, aka fake crab, aka mimic meat. If you want to make it fancier, you can replace the surimi with real crab leg meat. Pick up the surimi and lightly press it between your pointer fingers and thumbs to crack the bottom a bit so it's easier to break apart later when serving it. Get a spoonful of tobiko, aka flying fish roe, aka fishman eggs ready on the side to put on top of the barley. For a fancier version, you'll replace the tobiko with ikura, salmon roe. Depending on how much liquid you want with your barley porridge, you'll either cook it longer or around 30 minutes. This is about 15 minutes of simmering. After you're done cooking the barley, turn off the heat. For presentation, I'll prepare the meal inside the pot like how Laios did in the manga. First, I'll pile the waterweed on top of the barley. Next, I'll arrange the mimic meat on top of the waterweed. Lastly, I'll place the fishman eggs around the top of the barley. You've now made a signature Dungeon Meshi dish, porridge made from barley which was lying around. The pearl barley has absorbed lots of dashi as you can see and looks quite tasty. Itadakimasu. The pearl barley is chewy, tender, and is seasoned well from the dashi and salt. Let's try it with the mimic meat and waterweed next. It has a nice mouthfeel with the chewy barley, soft mimic meat, and the waterweed which is soft but firm. There are many different flavors which mingles well with each other. How will the fisherman's eggs taste with it? There's a tasty burst of flavor as you bite into the fisherman's eggs and a nice texture too. This is a recipe which will fill your stomach so you can move forward in a dungeon, no doubt about it. There's enough servings for at least 4 people, and if you'd like to increase the amount of ingredients, you're free to do so as you like. It's a delicious combination of land and sea in one bowl, though in the manga the barley did technically get picked up from the lake in the dungeon. What do you love about Dungeon Meshi? Is it the food, the characters, storyline, something else? Let us know. For us, there's nothing like a great storyline paired with food. The characters are great too, from the curious monster eating Laios, crazy reaction and excellent mage elf Maricel, cautious yet helpful Chochek, dungeon-loving dwarf chef Senshi, and more. To make this recipe, you'll need 200 grams of pearl barley, 1000 milliliters of water, 1 sheet of dried kombu, 4 pieces of surimi, tobiko, and salt to taste. Recreate this recipe with the ingredients you need through the links in the description. Support the mangaka by buying the manga, which is also linked in the description. Which recipe do you want us to make next from Dungeon Meshi? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy making it and eating it too. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Dungeon Meshi recipe videos in the future, and to help us upgrade from surimi to crab legs and tobiko to ikura.